All right, here we are on day 7. I've actually already arrived at the condo. This is actually going to be the last day for maintenance. I'm just finishing up a few small projects here and there, and I might start a little cleaning today. But like I said, all of my big projects are completed. We made a ton of progress early on, and we're looking really good for now. So I thought I was going to come in here and have to do some touch up on this countertop, but I'm looking over it now and it does not look like it needs any sort of touch up at all. This is dried really nicely. It's actually really smooth, and it does have a nice gloss finish. It's not a matte finish at all. But for now, what I want to do is caulk this seam here and then around the sink, and that's my big project to get us started. It's going to be a white caulk, so it's going to blend in really nicely right under that subway tile backsplash. So previously I did mention that I hate doing caulk, and the reason why is that despite my best efforts, I've never gotten a perfect caulk line without having a complete mess and spending 5 times the amount of effort on it. But I have the best luck taping both sides, coming through with a wet finger to skim off any excess, and then removing the tape immediately. I've seen professionals come through with just the caulker. They'll lay their bead and be done with no tape. That's not going to be the case today. Wish me luck.
유난히도 캄캄한 밤에 나 홀로 너를 생각하네. 이런 기분 설명할 수 없어. 원래 이맘쯤 너와의 여행을 생각했었는데 네가 좋아하던 와인과 선물을 준비했겠지. 기뻐할 너를 상상하며, 근데 왜 이런 생각을 하면서 너를 추억만 하게 된 건지. 어쩌다 너.
Alright, so far that went pretty smooth. Let me see if I can remove this tape now.
왜 이렇게 끝난 건지. 너를 기억하면 난 가슴이 아파와. 어쩌다 너와 나 이렇게 잊혀진다면 다시 사랑할 수 없을 것 같아.
Okay, so there's a few spots I'm not too happy with, like this one, not sure what happened there. I don't get enough coverage here. Aside from that, it looks okay. I'm gonna try to touch this up a little bit. This is what happens when I caulk. I do an okay job, I try to go back and make it perfect, I ruin it, and then I'm here for 3 hours. All right, so it's 1 hour and 13 minutes later. I have caulk on every single finger. I've decided this is gonna be the final product, aside from letting this dry and then scraping a couple small spots. The sink caulking went a little better than the backsplash, but I gotta find my next project to do here. Just gotta clean up the edges of this fireplace here. Gonna sand this down a little bit and then do some painting. I went ahead and taped this off because while this is the exact same can of paint I used to paint these walls, this has been done a couple years ago, so it might appear a little different now if it got hit by the sun, or it's just gonna be a little lighter or slightly different than the paint that's in here. And if it does show up, I want it to appear in some sort of uniform than just wild strokes. So that's why I taped it off. I'm gonna give this 1 hour to dry or so, and then I'll come back and do a second coat. I'm gonna peek around here and see if there's anything else that needs to be spot painted. All right, so I finished up what I could today. I think it was pretty successful. All of my projects are 100% completed, which is great news. Tomorrow when I show up, just gonna do a deep clean on everything, which I even was able to start that today. So I'm actually headed to Floor and Decor now. I have a large return to do. I bought way more backsplash than I needed, and I bought more ledger stone than I needed as well. So I'm looking at getting probably 150 bucks back, which is nice. So this is an exciting time because I'm packing up the car essentially to finish this project and leave.